Yeah.
Camera up, lens lock.
Camera up, lens lock. Say the name one time. DK North Docks. Snap back low in the parking lot. One bag, one rig, that's the whole shot. Turn a small town block to a movie plot. Every frame so clean, every scene so hot. He the one on the move when the call come through.
How's it going, sir? Are you a part of council or are you
Deputy Mayor.
deputy mayor? A lot of people are asking questions in the town, sir, about maybe some overspending, $1 million over budget on the library.
That's not true. If you read your articles from your CAO, we're not $1 million overspent. It was already planned and counted for. So it's not overspent.
Okay.
Okay?
So, do you feel that there's overtime hours being wrongfully used?
I would say no. I have no evidence of that. I have no idea. That's remote. Really, the hours per se worked are remote from the councillor's position anyway, but I don't really have any indication that it's being misused by any chance.
No. As far as work going around town, like the town of Bancroft doing work, putting in overtime hours when it's on needed.
I don't believe that's the case.
So there would be papers that one could look into to see how much overtime hours are being spent in Bancroft?
I know our staff would have that, but I'm not just sure how one would look into it or whether it's private information or not. I don't know that answer.
It should be a freedom of information type of thing.
Possibly,
I would.
possibly.
So where would one go to look into that, sir?
Right in the office here and ask them.
Great, wonderful.
Okay,
I appreciate it, thank you.
not a problem. And who are you, sir?
I'm DK North Docks.
Oh yeah, okay, perfect.
Great, thank you for your time.
Have a good day, buddy. Thank you.
So I'm here in Bancroft, Ontario today, and there is a lot of word going online, Facebook groups, what have you, that say that the library here in town is $1 million over budget. And as you heard that gentleman say right there, he says that's not true. So it would be nice to find out what's going on in the town, and I'm going to go to a town hall meeting and see if anybody brings it up. Yeah, I'm doing I'm an independent journalist doing a story on Bancroft.
Well, you picked an interesting place to come and visit. That's for sure. Like, not a ton of stuff happens here except for just like kid stuff, basically.
Mainly this is what I'm looking on is there's accusations of the town being $1 million over budget on the new library being built.
I could definitely see that being the case. I mean, I know that our mayor has had some interesting things kind of tossed their way. I don't know a ton. Oh, sure. Where do I just...
You can just talk into it if you like.
Sure. Well, like, I've been living in the town for several years, went to high school here, moved away to the city and came back, and nothing's really changed except for the direction the town is going in. When I lived here, we had a flourishing arena, full hockey team, everything like that. And then when I ended up moving back a few years ago, our hockey team is kind of, I don't want to say shambles, but because of the budgeting decisions the mayor has made and the council has made, it's made it very hard to I guess, have something like that, right? I don't have 100% correct information. I don't think. I hear what's through the grapevine, but
Exactly myself. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of doing a more in-book perspective into it.
yeah. As far as I know, the mayor has built a like a workout gym above the arena, which is right up over there by that water tower.
Yeah.
And it's not publicly available, as far as I know. We have one gym in town, and it's just down the hill here. But yeah, we were. I was part of the team that worked on actually getting the budgeting ready for the skate park as well. I was part of a youth thing, and even that had really tight budgets. As far as I know, the town has always had a really tight budget, but lately they're doing more for the town. Our park has been upgraded, and the school up the road as well has been upgraded, but I think those are thanks to the government of Canada and Ontario.
Provincial grants.
Giving grants. And bursaries, all that kind of stuff for more, youth related things. And Bancroft really needs it because we've got nothing else.
Yeah.
There's nothing for kids to do here. Even people that are my age, like I'm a young adult. The only thing to do here is work. Like there's 2 bars, way too many pizza places, and way too many coffee places. And we've got a bunch of buildings all popping up that are supposedly for like older age people, and part of the younger age here, we're a group of people that should be paid attention to as well. A lot of us don't have a choice but to skip town and, go to somewhere else for work because there's not a lot here. But over budget, I believe 100%. As far as I know, this whole town is over budget for a lot of stuff, and I think it stems from the water treatment plant. We did not need a water treatment plant that excessive. We spent way too much money on it, and having not worked in but been in the treatment plant and getting to talk to the guys, like there's a lot of extra red tape our town specifically has to deal with versus other places in the area, all because of our UV treatment center. It was just way too large, way too expensive for a town our size. And maybe council and the mayor had an idea of growing the town to something that's more tourist friendly, which I see that. Like they've changed the streets, they've widened all of the sidewalks, they've got rid of the trees. They're starting to get rid of the homey country atmosphere here, and we're starting to give more to people from the cities.
Catering to the
Very much so. You see in a lot of the prices of things here in town. I go out of town to shop. I buy a few things here in town, but I'm at No Frills in the dollar store. That's about it. Everywhere else is all expensive.
Shops too.
There's nowhere to buy clothes here in town, nowhere to buy shoes here in town, but we have
parks for the kids. We have bars for the older people.
We have a Starbucks. That's like one of the big pieces of this town. We have Starbucks. Come on in.
I was very passionate about is there's not a lot I find for young adults to do around here to stay out of trouble. It's like you have to find ways to keep yourself busy without, going to the bar or, going to the pot shop. But yeah, there just needs to be more like young adult group activities, I feel like.
I'd like to see the town reallocate some of the money that we're getting for, we need housing, we need places like that, but what we need as well is different things. We need something different in the town that would attract a good chunk of tourism without ruining what the town grew on and what it really stands for here. And for the people who live in Bancroft, and I'll probably be here for a good chunk of my life. I like the town, but it's all in the council. The council is making things very difficult. Our garbage, she just bought garbage tags. They raised the
$30 for 2 sheets.
They raised the prices of the garbage tags a week before they went. Well, they were going up. They said, okay, next week it's happening, and they were not open at all that week leading up to it. So we couldn't get them before the price went up, and the price went up not long ago before that too. And the recycling program is $200,000 for that, and it didn't work properly. We've got people running from Peterborough to here to pick up our recycling. When we had a recycling thing here in town, and now there's a bunch of bins of the garbage dump that they don't use. They're all taped off. They're useless. They aren't doing anything with them.
Affordable housing. Don't get me started on affordable housing here.
There is a house right up the road, an apartment building right up the road here. It burned down some years ago because of an accident that happened, and when the town built up the building again, they built it way out of the price range of the people who originally lived there.
It was affordable housing before. They completely switched it up.
They pushed it right out.
It's not lower income bracket anymore.
So
Thanks a lot for your time, guys.
yeah, not a problem at all.
course.
Like I love to give my feedback on the town. I may be just like a small voice and hardly ever really in the town doing stuff. Like I stay inside,
Every
but
voice matters.
that's the thing. Ultimately, like I'm paying taxes, I'm paying my rent, I'm paying to live in this town. And as things are getting more expensive and the town isn't doing anything I feel is good with the money. Like we've got, like you just take a look at the driveway down there. It's an absolute mess. And you go farther over that way and the roads are a mess and then more driveways are a mess. And we've got very little to accommodate for people with disabilities in the town. If there's stairs at a place, there's some places that just don't have ramps to them.
And coming from a person, like my dad has a prosthetic. So there are a lot of places that aren't easily accessible for him.
We have to do a lot of the running around for him because it's not
on
doable.
the good terms, though, the new Inspiration place that they're building, they are going to have wheelchair accessible units.
Yes.
So that is one thing I'm very
Really
happy
good thing.
about, and subsidized housing units as well.
You think that would be a code thing that every place would have to, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think, I don't know the
There are
exact things.
quite a lot of old folks here, you know, with mobility issues.
I feel some of these places get a slight pass because of the age of the buildings, and say they're a residential unit that someone turned into a personal business. I don't know if they'd have to stay with particular codes like that. But there's only a handful of places here in town that aren't that accessible.
It's a beautiful town. It just there is some things that need to change. There is some work that needs to be done.
They need to take advantage of what we do here. We are an outdoors, woodsy place. They need to take advantage of biking, ATVs, snowmobiles. They need to take advantage of everything they can do outside. They need to build a more public park for not just kids, but adults too. We've got a tennis court at the arena, but that's right next to the school, so it's pretty noisy during the day, and then there's the arena next door, and
it's a little bit of town for like teenagers to want to go walk up there. It's like, yeah.
I'd like to see more stuff here, like in center town. I've always wanted to see a nice dock on the river. The river is a beautiful part of the town, and I think we should capitalize on it.
I agree.
For sure. Like we should be hosting a lot of events. Wheels, Water, and Wings shut down.
Bring the Midway back.
Bring Midway back.
Bring Wheels, Water, and Wings
all
back.
of the events we had here in Bancroft, okay, were amazing. They would shut down the main roads. We'd have planes, boats, car shows, and then the Midway would happen, and there's all
We'd
sorts of
have
other
rides.
events, and
Yeah.
they just don't do that anymore because it's not in the budget.
No.
I wonder why. Right?
But thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, no, thank you very much.
DK North Docks.
Nice.
DK North Docks?
Yes.
Awesome.
You can catch me on YouTube. And
DK North Docks. I'll search you up.
thanks, guys.
Can I ask you about your equipment?
Can you move your truck out of the driveway there? That's not my truck, sir.
Whose is it?
I'm not sure.
Okay, I thought that was yours.
No.
Okay.
No. Where's the meeting? Down here.
Here, I'll show you. Just a trip there. Stairs a little steep, but. How you been?
Did you?
No, not bad.
Good.
Just around the corner here.
Great. Thank you. With respect to the BBIA, there's not much to report.
Excuse me, Councillor Lawrence. Can you please ensure that the camera is turned off?
Yeah, it's off.
Thank you. My fault.
Work continues to remove the trees in 8 a.m. As this writing been removed, we are looking for farms to dump them on, and we believe we have something lined up, which is much preferred to setting them on fire on Hastings Street. We continue to reach out for new members through social media.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to turn your camera off and put it back in the corner away from me, please. To ensure that it's not being recorded and broadcast.
Is everything out being recorded? Then everything's fine. Go on.
We have a procedural policy that does not allow prior recordings in council chambers to anyone except someone who's been granted that permission, who is a member of the press. So I would respectfully ask that you turn off your camera equipment and move it to the back of the room, or I'm going to ask you to leave the meeting.
I'm independent media, ma'am.
You have not had prior approval, so you need to remove the camera from the room, please. Remove the camera from the room, please.
You're kicking me out of a meeting for having a camera.
Remove the camera from the room or
What?
leave with the camera.
There's other cameras in this room, sir. Is everybody else going to get rid of their cell phones and put them into a box? I'll put it in there with everybody else's.
Mr. Sinclair, your worship's asked you to leave, please.
So then our procedural bylaw that we can ask you to leave unless you would like to adhere to the request to remove your camera from the room. It's your choice.
So you're discriminating against media from having a camera when other individuals have cameras on them. Is that a yes or no question?
You did not have prior approval for a camera to attend the meeting.
The camera was turned off. And other people have cameras on them. You guys all have cell phones on you, correct?
I'm going to ask you one last time, please, to either remove the camera from the room or for you to leave the room, please.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, guys. So there we have it, folks. Kicked out of a Bancroft Council meeting when everybody has cameras on them. But yet, here we go. So this is why, this is part of the corruption in this town. Where is stairs? Part of the corruption in this town.
Either or, we're just making sure everything's fine.
What do you follow me for?
Just making sure everything's fine.
Come on. Kicked out of a Bancroft Council meeting for having a camera when everybody has a camera on them, ma'am. Isn't that wild? So there we have it. Kicked out of a Bancroft meeting for having a cell phone. A cell phone. Everybody else had cell phones on them, as you heard. Yeah, there's something sneaky going on. Something sneaky.